Here are my 5 best bets for the MLB today on this sunny Friday morning. Yesterday we went 2-1, a pretty good day, ended up slightly profitable, so definitely can't complain with that. But we're looking to sweep this. I feel really good about these bets here, so I'm looking at least a 4-1 day. Feel very, very good about these. Make sure you guys subscribe, turn those notifications on so you get notified when these plays drop and you can get the best odds, because as we know throughout the day, the odds will shift, usually not in your favor, because we're jumping on these odds where, I think that we're finding value. And so you want to make sure you're placing them as soon as you can, earliest in the day as possible. So turn those notifications on, like the video if you do enjoy. Let's get into the picks. Our first play is Osvaldo Bido over 4.5 strikeouts, averaging at about -135. But if you do line shop, you can find this at -121, -125, much better odds than the average. And the best way to be line shopping is with OddsJam. There's a link down below to get a 7-day free trial and a 90-day money-back guarantee. OddsJam, as you can see on my screen here, they basically show you all of the sports books that are available in your location, and then you can find the best odds being offered and take the bet on that sports book, which will increase your profits by easily 10% just by putting this strategy into your day-to-day process when you're finding bets. So definitely recommend OddsJam. Use that link down below to start line shopping. So over 4.5 strikeouts for Bido. He's actually only started 3 games this season. He's 3 for 3, averaging about 5.1 strikeouts. So we like to see that. It's a small sample size. The main thing here is that Bido will be facing the Brewers today. And the Brewers are 5th in the league in strikeouts against right-handed pitchers. So a great matchup for Bido. Brewers like to strike out against righties. And, Bido is 3 for 3 so far this season. 4.5 is an easy line to get over, and he's facing a team that likes to strike out. So that is our first play. The second play here is Pablo Lopez over 5.5 strikeouts. Best line we can actually find is -135, and you can get it at -142 on FanDuel as well. Averaging a lot higher than that, though. So I do still think that the 6.5, the over 6.5 is a play as well. If you can't get good value on this bet here, definitely take the 6.5 at plus money, about +121 averaging. But having said that, let's look at Lopez on the season to get over the 5.5. 88% of the time, -735 implied odds. So laying the juice on that 5.5 is a no-brainer. And he is facing the Orioles today, bottom 10 team in strikeouts, so not the best matchup for him. But if we look at this, against Washington, the least amount of strikeouts in the league, he covered. And then if we look at Miami, bottom 10 team or bottom 5 team in strikeouts, he covered as well. Same thing with the Red Sox here, he covered. So he, even against these teams that are tough matchups, strikeout wise, he's still covering this number. We can get him at -160 or so, -150 on that 5.5 with implied odds of -735. If we bump it up to 7, not a whole lot changes. Still covering at a 69% rate with implied odds of -225. And if you take that over 6.5, you're going to be getting plus money. So again, great value on both of these. I would recommend to take the 5.5. It just depends on what sports books you have. So lock in Lopez over 5.5 strikeouts as the second play. Third pick is Griffin Canning under 5.5 strikeouts at about an average of -144. You can find this at -130 as well on Bovada and on FanDuel. It's not great, so you want to make sure that again you are line shopping around, but you can find it for -133, -139. There's a lot of options out there, so make sure you are getting the best value you can. Definitely do not take this on FanDuel. Under 5.5 for Canning. On the season, he's 8 for 12 going under this number, 67%. Implied odds are at -205, so we're getting good value on it, right? We're still under those implied odds, but the best thing for today is that he is facing the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are 3rd last in the league for strikeouts against right-handed pitchers. So it's going to be a really tough matchup for him to get over 5.5 strikeouts. So the under is just screaming to be taken here. Everything is pointing towards the under. It really should be more heavily juiced. And, since we can get it at about minus 140, definitely take that. And that'll be the third pick. The fourth bet here is a pretty simple one. Carlos Carrasco, under 4.5 strikeouts. You can get it really close to even money, averaging minus 123. If we just look at his stats, it's pretty simple. He's only gone over the 4.5 once. That was his last start, and he had 5, right? So it's not like he's a strikeout pitcher and he's going over this total very often. On the season, out of his 10 starts, he's 9 for 10, so 90% that he's covering this. He's averaging 3.3 strikeouts on the season as well. So, he's facing the Giants. They strike out a decent amount, so it's definitely not the easiest matchup for him to go under. But, just seeing him on the season, you wouldn't want to be taking him on the over today. That is for sure. And, we're really not laying a whole lot of juice taking the under. You can find this on FanDuel, minus 106, basically even money. So lock in Carrasco at under 4.5. It's a no-brainer. Fifth and final bet here, Graham Ashcraft, under 4.5 strikeouts. We are laying quite a bit of juice here. So this one, might be better to be parlayed with some of the other picks, but definitely recommending to still take it as a straight bet. Maybe you increase your unit size a little bit, but we can find it at minus 160 on Fliff, but in general, everything else is at about, averaging minus 189. So laying quite a bit of juice, but here's the reason why. Ashcraft, under 4.5 strikeouts. He's averaging 3.7 on the season. It's a 71% clip at implied odds of minus 245. So, he's not a strikeout pitcher. He has had some strikeouts this season, but against teams that seem to strike out a decent amount, right? But recently, he's really not been pitching many strikeouts, and this just, again, you don't want to overthink it. Sometimes trends seem a little too good to be true, and you're looking at this, but he's not a strikeout pitcher. The line's at 4.5, and he's hitting this at a 71% clip on the season. So let's keep it simple. He's averaging 3.7. It's a 4.5 line. You need to take the under here. We're laying juice, but again, this is one that is just a glaring under, right? There's no reason why you should be taking the over here. And, and we're getting better value than the implied odds are. So, lock this in as your fifth and final pick. There you go. Tail or fail, parlay, straight bet. It is totally up to you. I'm going to be straight betting these and probably toss them into a parlay as well. Let's go 5-0. Let's get another sweep. Let's really start growing this bankroll and increasing our units. We're up a crazy amount of units in the past 2 weeks, but we want to keep increasing this. And I love these picks today. A lot of them are kind of safe bets, right? With some juice being laid, but some of them you can find them, again, if you're line shopping with OddsJam, you can find great value, right? You can find plays where you're getting an extra 20 cents per dollar that you're wagering just because you're placing it on a specific sports book. So make sure you're doing that. If you guys enjoyed the video, like it, subscribe for more just like this, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.